Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited to have you guys back. I'd like to thank everybody that have liked, shared, everyone guys. I'd like to thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys and I love you loads. So today's video is about the things that I learned in 2025 that helped me become a better person in 2026. So I've put these things in categories so that I'll be able to explain it in a better way. So my first is spirituality. This was one of the highlights that I had in 2025 as a woman who believes in God. Like at the beginning of my YouTube channel, I did mention it to you guys that I am a true believer. I'm a Christian. I believe in God. So at the beginning of 2025, I had so many questions of why my life wasn't working out, why the things that I prayed to God were not changing. I had so many questions and I was so angry. I wouldn't want to lie to you. I was so angry and I was questioning, you know, everything. But then I got to understand that spirituality or me believing God is a commitment, and commitment comes with sacrifices. So I was like, what sacrifices am I making to God to show him that I actually do love him? What am I doing to show him that I love him? Rather than saying it, what else am I doing? Am I praying consistently? Am I reading the word of God to understand it, or I'm just reading it because I feel obligated to read it? What am I doing? Am I fasting? Am I fasting because I want to lose weight, or am I fasting because I'm like, Lord, I need you to speak to me and I'm actually serious? I'm on my knees right now and speak to me. I wasn't doing any of that. And in the morning, we all have busy lives. I'll just wake up, I'll get ready, go to work or school, whatever I was going to. And then when I'm in my car, I'm like, oh my God, thank you, Lord, for today, da 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 da. But then I was like, is this love? Is this how I'm showing up for God? Is this how I'm saying, all right, I love you, God? Like, look at me, I love you. I'm saying, thank you for today. And it just really dawned on me, like, I'm just seeing him as somebody who just have to give me what I want. Like, please Lord, just give me money. Please Lord, I need a job. Please Lord, this and that. But I never really prayed if I didn't want anything. If life was weighing on me, that's when I'd be like, oh my God, you've got to come through for me. But then even when my things were going really well, I didn't take a moment to say, Lord, like, I'm just grateful. I'm healthy. I've got things going on. And they might not be going on in a way that I want, but the things going on. And I wasn't grateful at all. I wasn't grateful. And that level of thinking that, I can't really be texting this person in church, like it's not really. But then God is not in church only. He is in me. He lives in me. And I started to reflect, all right, okay, this way that I'm dressing, why do I feel bad to dress to church if it's not bad? Like, if it's not bad, if swearing is not bad, why can't I just be swearing up and down in church? Like, I started questioning what I was doing because I was being a hypocrite. Like, I knew what was wrong. But then in my defense, I was like, if I'm not doing it in the church, like, I'm being respectful. Hello? But then God doesn't live in church. He lives in me. So whatever I'm doing, he's watching me. And if people see me out there, why did I tell them that, hey, I'm a Christian, I'm a true believer? They're gonna look at me and say, oh, really? Because it's not making sense. So I started showing up for him more. I started praying, not because I want something, but because I really want him to speak to me. I want to live a life full of purpose. If I was brought here on earth to just help people, I want to do that. I don't want to waste 50 years of my life doing something that I wasn't even born to do, like something that he didn't even assign me to do. So I started asking him to say, God, if this is what you want me to do, let your will be done. Like I'm gonna be angry if it doesn't work out, but I'm going to understand that it's you redirecting me to things that you want me to do. Because I don't want to lie to you, it's not an easy journey. It's really not. There's certain things that you actually want to work out, or there's certain people that you want in your life, or a relationship that you want, but then you can clearly see or hear that he's saying this is not for you. You've got to drop the ball. And you're like, but he's good though. He's better than all of my exes. Do you understand what I'm saying? She is my friend. She listens to me. And he's like, I hear you, but you've got to let them go. And I think that's the most painful part, where you've got to let go of so many things, like your behaviors, it's because it's not easy. It's not because you don't want to leave certain behaviors, but sometimes you just keep relapsing. Sometimes you just keep going back. So that's what I did really learn about my spiritual journey, and what kind of sacrifices I have to make. I have to fast to get close to him. I have to read his word to understand what he's saying. I've got to recite it in my head, like, okay, this is what he was saying in the book of Psalms. He gave us a prayer of how to ask for forgiveness, because he knew we were going to be sinning, because we were born a sinner. So he knew, and he gives us all these steps, how to be thankful, how to ask for forgiveness, and all of those things. Like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Like, I started being a listener, being a learner. Not like, okay, I know that he loves me. He does. He really does. He really does. No matter what you've done, no matter what you've said, no matter what path you've walked, he will still hug you. He doesn't hug people differently. He doesn't treat you differently. He just loves everybody. Even if you've killed, he loves you. He's God. So I did write them down, guys, because it's a lot. And I think I'm going to possibly create 2 videos, because this is a lot. So the other thing that I did learn in 2025 was mentality. Oh my God. It was mentality. That my mentality is what's stopping me to progress in life. Because how I think, how I see things. Because whatever that I'm thinking, whatever that's going on in my head is what I'm projecting outside. And it was an awakening call, like, oh really? Because if I start to believe that I'm actually a winner, and I work like a winner, and I think like a winner, and I dress like a winner, I am a winner. True or false? Like, I'm actually a winner. And to think that your mind is your biggest tool that you could ever use to pass through any obstacle. That's why you see that everybody takes things differently. It's because of the mentality. Somebody can do something wrong to me, and I just look at you and I say, bro, you need help. Like, you really need help. And I won't think about it. Like, I'm not gonna let myself be bothered by what that person did or what that person said. But I can decide to think about it, to deepen it, and think like, oh my God, the world hates me, nobody loves me. And it's a choice. Or I can say, you know what, this guy dumped me because he wasn't raised to take good things. Like, he didn't know how to handle good things. Like, it's his loss, not mine. It's a choice. If somebody like steps on you in the train or anywhere, you can say, hey, what did you do? Like, my shoe, or you can say, oh yeah, like, and then that person says sorry, and you're like, okay, that's good. And then your day goes on very well. So it's about your mentality. Even when it comes to looks, who told you were not beautiful? You did. You looked yourself in the mirror like, oh, if my lips didn't look like that, maybe, probably I would look this pretty. If I had dimples, I would look a certain way. Like, you spoke to yourself. You told yourself that if I dressed this certain way, I would be prettier. If I walked this certain way, I would be prettier. You told yourself those things. You made yourself believe that you were not enough. So what the world saw was what you were projecting. And they started saying, oh, well, then you're not pretty. And then you started getting angry. You started thinking, oh, they all say I'm not pretty. They all say I'm not good enough. But really, it was you. Because if you know your self-worth, if you know what sums you up, and I come to you and I say, damn, you're really not that pretty, you won't be hurt, because you're like, okay, it's your opinion and it's got nothing to do with me, so thanks but no thanks. But because you already believe that you're not good enough, it hurts. It hurts because they're stating the obvious. They're stating what you're already thinking. This is why so many people get affected with other people's opinion. It's not their opinion. It's that they're stating what you're already thinking. And you're like, so you're like hurt because now you've heard it out loud. Now you've heard it for somebody else. It was worse that you were hearing it in your head, but now it's like everybody knows that you're not pretty, and you're like, damn, that's what hurts. So I was like, well. And the other thing is, speak to yourself. Learn how to control your thoughts. Learn how to stabilize your mind. Because people are going to say so many things. People are not nice. I don't want to lie to you. People are not nice. They can be smiling, they can be cheering you up when they're looking at you face to face, but they don't like you. And it's a fact. It's not something that you should spend your time thinking about, because it's not going to do any good for you. There are people that actually do love you. There are people that actually care for you. But I'm saying, speak to yourself. Learn how to live on your own. Learn how to think for yourself. Do you understand? Learn how to look at yourself in the mirror and say, look, Tino, I get it. This didn't work out the way you wanted, but it's fine. It's really okay. You don't have to wallow up in depression and sadness. It is fine. That was the other thing I did learn. And it was so good for me, because I started to see life differently. I started to think in a different way. I started to say, it was so awakening, guys. I was like, damn. So it has all been me. I've been my own enemy. So yeah, that was the other thing I did learn. And I think this will probably be the last, because I don't want it to be really that long. So the other thing I did learn was money. Damn. It was financial stability. Money. Damn. So I did learn that you taking care of yourself or you spending on yourself is not the problem. That's not what the problem is. But you overspending within your limits, that's where the problem is. I hope you can hear me. Saving money is not cruelty. It is discipline. I know. I had to let it sink. And if you keep making excuses like, oh, I don't even get paid a little money for me to put $100 in my savings. I don't, the money is not even that enough. Honey, it's your life. It's your money. If you save the money, it's going to do you good. If you don't, it's going to do you bad. So you've got to choose. Whatever ball you want to hold on to, that's your choice. But saving money is not cruelty. The other thing I learned, that saving money is not that you have to save a big amount of money, out of your paycheck you have to take 1,000. No, it can be $100, it can be 50, because that 50 by the end of the year is not going to be 50. If you save $100 every month, by the year end, it's not going to be $100, it's going to be more. And you could use that money for anything. Life is not guaranteed. Anything can happen. Anything can happen anytime. You could have an accident, God forbid, but then you could. And if you had something that could help you, things happen. Things happen. And that freedom of knowing that you're financially stable, that peace of mind where you're like, oh, how much is that? I can pay for it. How much is that? I can pay for it. This is why you get so angry, you get so worked up if your girlfriends or if your mandem are planning a trip and you're overthinking. You're like, oh my God, if I remove a 50 and then plus another 50 and the other 20, damn, you're not panicking. you're not overreacting, and people are telling, and people making plans. Like, we're gonna be popping bottles, man. We're gonna be doing shopping. Let's go out for dinner. Let's do that. Let's do a party. You already have anxiety because you don't have. But if you had saved that money, then you would be planning. So it's not a bad thing. And the other thing that I did learn was money comes and goes. It does come, and it goes really fast. If you're not disciplined, if you're not careful, all you have left is, there was a time I had $50,000, and you had. Money comes and money goes. You've got to learn that. If you don't take care of it when you have it, if you don't make use of the money when you have it, all you have to do is to break after it's already gone. So be disciplined. You can still take care of yourself. Like, really, you can still, but then you can still save. Like, here's the thing, you've got to live a disciplined life. You can still look pretty and still save. So there's nothing wrong with looking pretty and being financially stable. Think about it. There's nothing wrong, really. So that's for today, and we still got a lot, because I did learn. I think for everybody, 2025 was it was choking everybody. But then, if we did share what we did learn in 2025, guys, we could be better people. We could be better people. So if you did learn something that you want everybody to know, please don't hesitate to put it in the comment section. Don't hesitate. We all want to learn. 2026 is our year. 2026 is a year of excellency. It's a year of staying pretty. It's the year of chasing our goals. If you want to do something and you haven't started, there's a reminder. January is already over. Today is the 27th of January. So if you haven't started, you might need to start, honey, because we've got 11 months left. So by the year end of 2026, all we want to do is, oh my god, wow. I didn't even have anything to put on the cake and say, oh well, 2025. I did have some. I'm not saying the whole year was horrible, but I'm saying if I did believed in myself, if I did chase my dreams, if I did had these lessons, you all would have been done. So thank you guys for watching. I really love you guys. I really love you. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video.